Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. We are learning Sahetuka Chaita. Ahetuka Chaita. Rootless consciousness. So if you want to understand Ahetuka Chaita, then you need to know the mind process. So just look at page number 155. I have already explained. So when you look at CMA page number 155, then you will see the indoor mind process. So this is how the mind works according to Abhidhamma. According to Sutta, it's very simple, as I have already explained. I, something to see, I consciousness arise. The meeting of the three is called contact. Because of contact, feeling. Because of feeling, craving. Because of craving, you have a lot of follow-up mind process, right? This is a simple mind process according to suttas. Then I, something to see, I consciousness. The medium of the three is called contact. Because of contact, feeling. Because of feeling, mindfulness, not craving, mindfulness and clear comprehension. Because of that, so follow-up consciousness will be better, wholesome one, like that. Simple mind process. But when you look at Abhidhamma, it became complicated and also it became very comprehensive. So after Bhavanga Chaita, you will have 5 door advertings, right? We call it 5 door adverting, Pancha Dwara Ochana. The door open. Then after that, so here 5 door adverting is 1 Chaita, Ahetuka Chaita. You can count 1, You count 1. Pancha Dwara Ochana or 5 door adverting. You can see my cursor, right? 5 door adverting. Then the door open. Then you will see the object. It's called unconsciousness. Even though I use the word, you see the object, but you do not know what is it. According to Abhidhamma, you need to receive that object. The mind received that object. You do not know what is it, whether human being or animals, whether it is black or white, whether man or women, like that. You do not know yet, according to Bdmv. At the level of unconsciousness. Even though we see, the mind see the object, you do not know yet. So the mind need to receive it. So therefore we call it receiving consciousness, right? Receiving consciousness. According to Abhidhamma, 2 types of unconsciousness. When you see unpleasant things, that is because of akusala karma. So that is called unconsciousness. Unconsciousness resultant chaitas as a result of unwholesome karma. Then another one is when you see pleasant object, pleasant things in your life. That is because of kusala karma. It can be kusala karma that you have accumulated in your past life or in this life. yesterday, even just before you come to class, like that, right? So therefore, when we talk about eye consciousness, two type. When you see pleasant things, one eye consciousness. When you see unpleasant things, another eye consciousness. Two type, right? Two type. Later we have to learn details. So five-door adverting, one. Eye consciousness, another two. Now three, right? Three. And also, receiving consciousness also two type. When you received unpleasant object, one. When your mind received pleasant object, that's another type. Two type, right? Two type. So therefore, two type of receiving consciousness. Then investigating. When you see unpleasant, when your mind investigate unpleasant object. Sometimes we see unpleasant things with your eye, right? So the mind investigate what is it. So that is one. Another one is when your mind is investigating pleasant object. Another type of investigating, Another more, when your mind is investigating extremely pleasant object, very attractive one, right? Attractive one. The person you love very much. So that is another type of investigating. So investigating consciousness, three type, right? Unpleasant one, akusala one, kusala two, right? Kusala two. Later we have to learn. And determining is the mind determine what you see, what you see. Then after that, then you will have a javana. Only this moment, javana moment, you know what you see, according to Abhidhamma, you know what you see. This is in general, But when we go to mind process chapter 4, we will have to learn a little bit detail. When we are talking about in detail, the moment you complete these indoor mind process, you really do not know yet, actually. But this indoor mind process, indoor process is followed by another 4, mind process. The mind need to walk, So there are other mind process, another 4 type of mind process. Then only you know what you see, So this is according to Abhidhamma, very details. So here, javana normally is kusala, akusala, normally kriya. So up to determining, these are ayatuka. So here, you can see that 5-door adverting, 1. 2 type of eye consciousness, 3, right? 2 type of receiving consciousness, 5, right? And 3 type of investigating consciousness, 8. Determining, 9, right? Determining 9. Then here we have another javana, we call it smile producing, altogether 10. Altogether 10. Five-door adverting 1. 2 type of eye consciousness, 2 type of receiving consciousness, 3 type of investigating consciousness, 1 determining means mind or adverting, altogether 9. Then you will have another smile producing consciousness, right? Altogether 10, Altogether 10. Where is another 8? Where's another 8? We have 80 ahituka, right? Where are the another 8? Because here, 2 type of unconsciousness. We need to replace 2 type of ear consciousness, 2 type of nose consciousness, 2 type of tongue consciousness, 2 type of body consciousness. The same, right? The same. When you hear the sound, then the door open. The door open means 5 door adverting. So here, ear consciousness. Receiving, investigating, determining, then javana. It go like that, right? It go like that. Earlier, when you look at here, indoor process, you will see 10 ahituka chetas. Then another 8. What are the another 8? 2 type of ear consciousness, 2 type of, I already here. 2 type of ear consciousness, 2 type of nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, altogether 8, right? Now I think 80 ahituka. Very easy, right? Very easy, not difficult. You just look at your body, right? You just look at your body. So, when you are eating a good food, because of kusala karma, when you are eating a bad food, because of akusala karma, right? Akusala karma. This morning, you feel very lazy, you didn't cook, you eat just a simple food, right? But the taste is not good because of laziness. Laziness is akusala karma, right? Because of your akusala karma, the food you eat is not good, right? Not good. Laziness is one of the akusala karma. Like that, right? Like that. Yesterday you make a problem to your neighbors, but today your neighbor make you some problem, or maybe yelling at you or shouting, unpleasant sound, right? Unpleasant sound, or complain like that, unpleasant sounds you hear. Because of akusala karma. Yesterday you did akusala karma, right? Akusala karma. You did something wrong to your neighbors, right? So that is the result of your akusala karma. We have to understand that. So understanding ahituka cheta is important to understand the working of the karma, right? Working of the karma. Okay, I will explain a little bit later. That when we talk about ahituka cheta, why these 80 chetas are taking place in our mind, so they are neither wholesome root nor unwholesome root. The moment you see, there's no lobha yet. The moment you hear pleasant or unpleasant sound, no lobha, no dosa, no moha. No alobha, adosa, amoha. So therefore, we call it ahituka, no root. Only after determining, only after determining consciousness, javana. Only in javana state, then you will have either kusala or akusala. So therefore, the moment 80 ahituka cheta took place, there's no kusala and akusala yet. In other words, there's no root yet. So therefore we call it ahituka. Since they are not motivated by 6 root, they are relatively weak. So when your mind is motivated by unwholesome root, like lobha, dosa, moha, your mind is very active, very, very strong. But here, no root. So therefore, relatively weak. So we have a 80 ahituka cheta is subdivided into 3 categories. Number 1 is akusala vipaka cheta. Akusala unwholesome, vipaka is result, cheta is consciousness, right? Unwholesome resultant consciousness. So these 7 chaitas arise because of unwholesome karma, unwholesome actions, right? Unwholesome actions. Today, you do something wrong. You do something wrong to one person, your neighbors, as I earlier said, your neighbors. That's unwholesome karma, right? Maybe the same day, today or tomorrow, maybe one day, you will have the same reaction, similar unpleasant reaction from your neighbors. So that experience is because of akusala karma. Akusala karma. Another one is we have 8 ahetuka kusala vipaka chaitas. Ahetuka, rootless. Kusala is wholesome. Vipaka is resultant. Chaitami, consciousness. So after you have done wholesome actions, you will experience good things. Good things. So these good things are resultant, right? As a result of your good deed, you will have a good result. Good result. Then another one is ahetuka kriya chaita. So here, when you look at number 2, ahetuka, right? Rootless. Rootless. So we have a sahetuka kusala vipaka chaita. Sahetuka kusala vipaka chaita. We still have it. We still have it. So therefore, to distinguish from sahetuka kusala vipaka chaita, we add ahetuka, right? Without root, rootless. In next session, you have to learn sahetuka vipaka, kusala vipaka. So to distinguish from the chaita that we are going to learn next week, so we add the word ahetuka. Ahetuka. So wholesome resultant consciousness with the root. Without root. So these 8 chaitas arises because of your kusala karma, wholesome actions. But the moment these chaitas take place in your mind, there's no root, no lobha, no dosa, no moha, no alobha, adosa, amoha. But when you look at number 1, number 1, ahetuka vipaka chaita. That ahetuka, there's no ahetuka or sahetuka, just akusala vipaka. So the result of akusala and wholesome karma is only one type, only this one. So there is no sahetuka akusala vipaka. Maybe later I will explain. Maybe some of them are confusing. This is because a few days ago when one of our students SMS me, is there any sahetuka akusala vipaka chaita? This is a very deep question. Later I will answer that one. Okay, so number 3 is a ahetuka kriya chaita. Kriya chaita is functional consciousness. Ahetuka, rootless. So we have other functional consciousness, other kriya chaitas. Later we have to learn. To differentiate from them, we add the word ahetuka, rootless, rootless. Here you can see that 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3, we have ahetuka, right? Ahetuka. But here number 1, no ahetuka. Why? So later I will explain. Because here number 2 and number 3, they also have another type of kusala vipaka chaita, kriya chaita, another type. But here in Abhidhamma, there is no other type of akusala vipaka chaita. Only this type, right? Only one. So no need to add ahetuka, right? Ahetuka. if we have sahetuka akusala vipaka cheta, we have to add ahetuka here, right? Ahetuka here. Okay. So, number 7, akusala vipaka chetas and wholesome rasadan chetas. These chetas are the result of unwholesome karmas, akusala karma. If you have done something bad, you will experience unpleasant result. That is akusala vipaka chetas. So the object experienced by these chetas are unpleasant, undesirable. Sometimes we see unpleasant things, we hear unpleasant sounds, right? Blame, criticism, accusation like that. Not good. Unpleasant smell, You're very lazy. You didn't clean your house for a long time. Your house became very messy and also very smelly, right? Bad smell come out. You experience bad smell because of your laziness, right? Laziness is unwholesome action. As a result, you experience unpleasant smell. That is akusala vipaka, You lazy to cook, Then you eat leftover food. That food is not good, maybe rotten, but you still eat it because of laziness, right? Because of laziness. Then unpleasant body, with the body, right? You are lucky. We are lucky. We are studying the Dhamma in the air-conditioned room. But some of the workers outside, they are working under the hot sun, Some of the workers are cleaning the road under the hot sun. So their experience with the body is not good, right? Not good. Very tiring. That is because of unwholesome karma. It can be unwholesome karma in their past life or when they are very young, like that. So, 7 akusala vipaka chetas. So therefore, I think Abhidhamma trying to dig, in a deeper level. When you understand Abhidhamma, you understand, the nature of the mind. Then you have, we call it yoniso manasikara, or wise attention, your attitude, wise attitude or good attitude. When you have a good attitude toward your problem, the problem of your family, then you have, less agitation, less unhappiness. So that is a understanding the Dhamma. So we have 7 akusala vipaka chetas. Among them, the impact of the object on the first 4 sense faculties, like eye faculties, ear, nose, tongue. These 4, right? 4. Eye, ear, nose, tongue. So the first 4 sense faculty is weak. Impact of the object. It's weak. So that's associated feeling is neutral one. So that means ubekha. When you see somebody or something with your eye, feeling equanimity, ubekha, And when you hear, and when you smell, when you taste with your tongue, feeling is ubekha, equanimity. So the impact of the object on your sense faculty is not so strong, no? Weak according to Abhidhamma. So therefore it's called neutral feeling. So you can see that. Number one, unconsciousness accompanied by equanimity. So therefore, equanimity, neutral feeling. So here, basically we have three type of feeling. Pleasant feeling, pleasant sensation. When you have a pleasant sensation, then you will be very exciting, right? Exciting. Another one is unpleasant sensation, unpleasant feeling. When you have an unpleasant feeling, unpleasant sensation, then your mind also very active, you know. You're trying to reject because you don't like it, right? You don't like it. So pleasant one, so much excitement, you're trying to take it, right? With the unpleasant one, you don't like it, you know. You're trying to reject, you know. So the mind is active. But when you see, when you hear normal object, you know, it's a neutral feeling. You are not so active, right? You're not so active. It is upekkha equanimity. Unconsciousness accompanied by equanimity. So this number one chaita arises when you see unpleasant things with your eye, you know. So the moment you acknowledge, you see unpleasant thing because of your karma, your unwholesome karma. You don't need to blame other people, right? Other people. Normally, when we have a problem, our mind start to blame other people. You know? That's the nature of the mind, right? The nature of the mind, the nature of the people. But when you learn, you know, Abhidhamma, this one, when you see, you know, unpleasant thing in your life, trying to understand because of your karma, you know. Maybe in your past life or in your childhood or when you are young or even yesterday, you know, you have done something wrong. Because of that, you see unpleasant things in your life, right? Maybe I'll give you a simple example. You're treating your neighbors in a bad way, right? In a bad way. Then you will experience, you know, the result of that unwholesome actions. So when you see your neighbors, you know, it may not be pleasant, you know. They also agitated. They will show, you know, ugly face to you like that. That is because of unconsciousness accompanied by equanimity, because of your karma, your unwholesome karma, right? Similarly, when you are hearing unpleasant song, then because of akusala karma, when you are smelling unpleasant things, then we have to know that it is because of unwholesome karma. Then, when you are eating unpleasant things, because of unwholesome karma, accompanied by equanimity. So therefore, the first four sense faculties, eye, ear, nose, the tongue. So that the impact of the object on the sense faculty is weak, not strong. So therefore, equanimity. But number 5 is very strong. Body consciousness accompanied by pain. So pain is so serious, right? Pain is so serious. Somebody beat you, no? Pain sensation, right? Pain sensation. So serious. So therefore, it's not an equanimity one, not a neutral one. We call it pain feeling. Dukkha vedana, right? Dukkha vedana. Then when you have illness in your body, pain, you know, pain sensation. So here I think it's important that not only normal people have a pain sensation, the Buddha, Arahant, they also have a pain sensation. The difference is, when we have a pain in our mind, bodily pain, then followed by mental pain, you know, mental suffering. The Buddha Arahant, normally, they have a physical pain, not followed by mental pain. That's very important. That's the difference between normal people and Arya Pogula, noble individuals. People think that the Buddha is so extraordinary, therefore no pain. No way. The Buddha also experienced the same pain sensation. No? Even two people, nowadays very hot, right? Very hot. Two people go under the hot sun. One person playing. Another person very calm. Just accept it and trying to prevent hot sensation as much as he can. If cannot, just accept it. No complaint. Even two person, right? Maybe different. Okay. Another one is here, when you see that eye, ear, nose, and the body, right? Five physical doors. We call it 5 physical doors. Eye is giving example of the door, The mind, the consciousness or chetas arises based on the eye door, ear door, nose door, the body door, like that, right? 10 door, body door. Then the mind will receive it. The object's impact on the body faculty is strong and obvious. So that's the accompanying feeling is bodily pain, right? Not like a 1 to 4. It is number 5 is so strong and so obvious that so it is not a neutral feeling. It is a bodily pain feeling. Then after receiving an object with your 5 physical doors, so the mind will receive it. So receiving consciousness. So receiving consciousness also equanimity feeling or neutral feeling. So the mind received what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you eat, what you touch with your body, So this is a receiving consciousness is as a result of unwholesome karma, right? So the mind have to receive unwholesome result because of your unwholesome karma, akusala karma, sampatichana. Then the mind will investigate. The object that you see, the sound that you hear, like that. Investigating consciousness. So altogether with 7 akusala vipaka chetas. So these vipaka cheta, resultant cheta, arises because of your unwholesome karma. So the moment you see unpleasant things, the moment you hear, smell, taste, and touch unpleasant things, so you have to look at your mind. You have to look at you need to examine yourself, what you have done. No? So that is akusala karma, right? Akusala karma. So you don't need to blame other people. Also, blaming oneself also a kind of dosa, No need to blame yourself. That's very important, right? Blaming other is unwholesome one. Blaming oneself also unwholesome, No need to blame. Just understanding, theory of karma. I have done unwholesome karma in the past. Because of that, I receive it. I got it, right? That's all. When you have such type of wisdom, panya, then no need to blame other people. No need to blame yourself, right? Then you become white person, You become white person. Okay, so this is a 7 akusala vipaka karma. Then the receiving chetas and investigating chetas arise only in the 5 physical doors, 5 sense doors. not in the mind or not in the mind or here. In the mind, there's no receiving consciousness. In the mind or no, the mind do not need to investigate. As soon as you have you think about something, right away you understand it. You go to the jhavana state. So therefore, number 6 and number 7 arise only in the 5 physical doors. 5 physical doors mean eye, ear, nose, the tongue, the body, right? Not in the mind door. So later, actually I have already talked about mind door process, right? In the mind door process, you have a mind door consciousness, then followed by jhavana. Very quick. The walking of the mind is very quick, right? Not like a seeing something or hearing something, no? Okay, any question up to now? Okay.
Good afternoon, Bhante. How are these 7 unwholesome resultants related to the previous 12 akusala chitta?
Oh, yeah. Because here, akusala means 12 akusala.
Yes.
Suppose you feel very angry. It's dosa, right? Then you try to push, the person near to you. Try to push. Yeah? That's akusala, right? Akusala karma. So he became very angry. He was trying to push you again. Yeah? But you will experience bodily pain, right? Bodily pain. So that is vipaka, resultant, So you are trying to push the person sitting nearby you. That is akusala karma, akusala. Then the person next to you trying to push you again, You feel bodily pain, in your body, right? So that is a body consciousness. So that body consciousness arises because of akusala karma that you have done to the person. So therefore, 12 akusalas are related to this one. So after doing something, after doing unwholesome deed with the 12 akusala chaitas, you will have these 7 resultant consciousness.
Yeah, the question is, how come there are only 7 resultants? Because there are 12 akusala chittas, but how come there's only 7 resultants?
Because 12 akusala are unwholesome karma, unwholesome, akusala. This one is vipaka, resultant. So Abhidhamma tells us based on our senses, our senses. So Abhidhamma talk about based on our senses, eye door, ear, nose, tongue, the body, physical doors. So therefore, we have only 7, only 7.
Thank you.
Okay. Any question? Okay. No question. Then somebody asked me a question about any sahetuka akusala vipaka chaita. Because when we talk about kusala vipaka and kriya, we have ahetuka as well as sahetuka, right? Sahetuka, both. But when you talk about akusala vipaka, there is no sahetuka, only ahetuka, akusala vipaka. So there is no sahetuka akusala vipaka chaita and wholesome resultant chaita with the root. Because of two reasons. Because actually this is a very deep question. Actually, I haven't explained this one yet. But one of the students, I think, she have a good, good intention that I want you to explain this difficult point. As I earlier said that when we talk about kusala vipaka, right? Kusala vipaka, there were two types: ahetuka kusala vipaka and sahetuka kusala vipaka. I will give you one example. You are river consciousness. Your river consciousness is a kusala vipaka. Kusala vipaka. Because of wholesome karma in your past life, your rebellion consciousness is a kusala vipaka, right? As a result of wholesome kusala karma. So, because of that rebellion consciousness, you are intelligent. You are intelligent. You have intelligence. You have a compassion. You have a generosity. Some people are very generous in nature, right? Since they are very young, Some kid, very compassionate, very sympathetic to other people, since they are very young. So here, generosity, it is aloba. Compassion, loving kindness, all these are adosa, right? Adosa. Some are intelligent, right? I think many of you are intelligent. Everyone here is intelligent, right? Without intelligence, without wisdom, you cannot come and learn Abhidhamma, right? It is amoha, right? So that means you are rebirth linking consciousness, accompanied by aloba, adosa, amoha. So therefore, you are rebirth linking consciousness, but right now, bhavanga cheta, your bhavanga cheta is good quality as a result of good karma, right? Kusala karma. Kusala vipaka, right? Kusala vipaka cheta. So your kusala vipaka cheta is accompanied by root, right? Good root, like a aloba, adosa, amoha. We call it sahetuka vipaka cheta. But now, later we are talking about ahetuka vipaka. Ahetuka kusala vipaka, right? Here ahetuka, without root. The moment you see, pleasant things with your eye consciousness. So that eye consciousness arises because of your kusala karma. But the moment you see, there's no aloba, adosa, amoha yet. There's no loba, dosa, moha yet. So therefore we call it no root, ahetuka, right? Ahetuka. But in the case of akusala, so there is no sahetuka, only ahetuka akusala vipaka. For that reason, the author of Abhidhamma Sangha do not put the word ahetuka, before akusala vipaka. Because it is not necessary, right? There's only one type. No need to distinguish, whether akusala vipaka is ahetuka or sahetuka, right? Sahetuka. So therefore, set commentary. Actually here, Abhidhamma Sangha is a commentary, the commentary of Abhidhamma text. Then another text, we call it Vibhavinitiga. In English, we can call it set commentary. Set commentary trying to explain. We don't have no sahetuka akusala vipaka cheta because of two reasons. Number one, if you don't understand, it's okay, because this is a very deep question. It is a very deep one. If you don't understand, it doesn't matter. So there will be no question in the exam. No need to study. Number one, being the result of reprehensible Dhamma such as the greed, anger, delusion, So that means 7 akusala vipaka cheta arises because of lobha dosa moha, right? In other words, because of akusala karma, akusala cheta, 12 akusala chetas. Being the result of greed, lobha dosa moha, akusala vipaka cannot be associated with the non-greed, non-hatred, non-delusion, alobha, adosa, amoha. Right? So that means you see unpleasant things with your eye, unpleasant sound with your ear, right? At that particular moment, there's no alobha, adosa, amoha yet. Quite clear, right? It's quite clear. One reason, one reason. Another one, since being themselves by nature undeterminate. In Pali we call it abhyagata. Abhyagata means neither wholesome nor unwholesome. So that means these akusala vipaka chetas are, they are not kusala nor akusala. They are abhyagata, undeterminate. In other words, they are vipaka, right? Vipaka cheta, resultant chetas. Not reprehensible. So they are prevented from association with unwholesome Dhamma or greed, and so on. So that means lobha dosa moha, unwholesome root. So that means lobha dosa moha are akusala cheta, right? Akusala. But we are talking about vipaka, resultant, right? So therefore, there's no way these vipaka cheta were associated with akusala cheta, lobha dosa moha. So therefore, the moment 7 unwholesome resultant cheta arise, there's no good root or bad root, no any root. For that reason, akusala vipaka cheta, there is only ahituka, right? No sahituka. If you don't understand, okay, don't worry. So if you want to know further, you go to this book, Exposition of the Topic of Abhidhamma, page number 24. So this is a set commentary of Abhidhamma. Set commentary of Abhidhamma, translated by Mr. Rupakatin, a Abhidhamma scholar from England. So you can, those who want to read, then you can go to library. You can get it. Page number 24. Okay. Then go to number 8, another one. Ahituka kusala vipaka. Ahituka kusala vipaka. Here, kusala is wholesome karma. After doing wholesome karma, you will have wholesome resultant. Vipaka is result. Wholesome resultant consciousness. But here, ahituka, rootless, rootless. You are rebirth linking consciousness, and you are bhavanga cheta is vipaka cheta, resultant chetas. As a result of wholesome karma in your past life, you have a good bhavanga chetas. The moment bhavanga cheta arise, you have the quality of the mind, what we can call it generosity, then compassion, sympathy, and wisdom, understanding, like that, right? All these are the quality of your mind, the quality of your rebirth linking mind, These are root, right? Sahituka. But here, even though they are kusala vipaka, they are without root. The moment these 8 cheta arise, there's no root, or no lobha dosa moha or alobha adosa amoha, no root. So these cetas arise as a result of wholesome karma. Therefore, their objects are neither desirable, their objects are desirable or extremely desirable ones. So here, when you are seeing desirable object, or sometimes you see extremely desirable object, So you hear pleasant sound, extremely, attracting sound, like that. That is because of your past karma, right? Because of past karma. In Pali, we call it eta and anti-eta. Eta and anti-eta. To distinguish from sahetuka vipaka ceta, wholesome residing with the root. So the one ahetuka is added here. Ahetuka, we added ahetuka added here because to distinguish from sahetuka vipaka. No? In the case of akusala vipaka, we don't need to add ahetuka because we don't have sahetuka, That means akusala vipaka purely ahetuka, ahetuka. But in the case of kusala vipaka, two types, ahetuka, sahetuka. Without root and with the root. So this one also not difficult, Here, the investigating consciousness is divided into two types. Investigating, the moment your mind investigate desirable object and extremely desirable object, two types. One, when accompanied by neutral feeling or equanimity feeling in regard to desirable objects. When you see desirable object, neutral feeling. But when you see extremely desirable object, when you are eating very good food, when you are touching very pleasant, thing with your body, then number two, that your mind naturally examine that object with the joy feeling, with the joy, somanasa. So number one is neutral feeling. Number two, joy feeling. Joy feeling. There's a difference. So therefore, when you know this one, so understanding 8 ahetuka kusala is very easy. So earlier, similar to earlier one. So number one, eye consciousness accompanied by equanimity. So that means when you see pleasant things or extremely pleasant things with your eye, then this one, eye consciousness accompanied by equanimity. So therefore, we need to do good things in our life. Then you will see good things in your life, right? So this is a theory of karma. Then ear consciousness accompanied by equanimity. So this is when you experience desirable object and extremely desirable object, when you are hearing, ear consciousness. Then nose consciousness, when you are smelling a good and pleasant smell, Then when you are eating desirable food and extremely desirable food, 10 consciousness. So here, when you are experiencing, when you experience desirable touch, and also extremely desirable one, by pleasure, right? Sukha. Your feeling, sensation is good, pleasant. Body consciousness accompanied by pleasure, can be a pleasure. Now you are sitting in the air-conditioned room. Your bodily sensation is good, right? Somebody who is walking under the very hot sun, doing labor job, bodily sensation is not good, right? Not good. Another one is receiving consciousness. The mind received what you see, what you hear, what you smell, taste, and touch. receiving consciousness. So investigating consciousness is, divided into two. Investigating consciousness accompanied by joy. So that means why the mind is investigating a extremely desirable object. Another one is equanimity. Why the mind is investigating desirable object, normal desirable object, So all these 8, you will experience all these 8 type of consciousness because of your kusala karma. Because of your kusala karma. So this is a theory of karma, right? Theory of karma. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. So there's when you study these, these status, your pain, your pleasure, your good things and bad things in your life, not created by Creator God or somebody else. You created all these good and bad things according to Abhidhamma, right? In other words, we call it theory of karma. Theory of karma. Okay, any question? Okay.
Bhante, here the question arises again, because why is there two sets of kusala vipaka, one with roots and one rootless, whereas there's only one set of akusala vipaka?
Actually, earlier I have already explained why there is no sahetuka akusala vipaka, because of two reasons, right? Because of two reasons. So, akusala vipaka cheta, they are the result of akusala, lobha dosa moha. So therefore, the moment those vipaka cheta arise, there is no root, no wholesome root, no alobha, no adosa, no amoha. Number one reason. Second one is they are vipaka cheta, vipaka cheta, resultant chetas. But whereas lobha, dosa, moha are akusala, So therefore, akusala vipaka does not associate with, lobha, dosa, moha. So therefore, no sahetuka akusala vipaka. But in the case of kusala vipaka, it can be rootless. The moment these 8 consciousness arise, rootless. Rootless here means the moment all these one arise, at that particular moment there is no root, no root. According to Abhidhamma, when you see, unpleasant things or unpleasant passing in front of your eye, then you may think that right away you feel angry. No. According to Abhidhamma, there are so many mind process. After idle mind process, only javana state, you will have anger, Anti-determining consciousness. There's no anger yet. There's no anger yet. The moment unconsciousness, receiving, investigating, determining, no anger yet. Javana, Dosa is javana. For that reason, the moment, 8 kusala vipaka cheta arise, so there will be no, no root. So therefore, ahetuka. But in the case of our rebirthing in consciousness, right? Our bhavanga cheta has the quality of generosity, compassion, wisdom, or understanding, right? These are the root, right? Alobha, generosity. Adosa, compassion or sympathy. Then amoha, our intelligence, wisdom. So our bhavanga cheta associate with lobha, dosa, moha. Sorry, alobha, adosa, amoha, the root. So therefore we have a sahetuka kusala vipaka. Yeah, okay. Any question?
Good afternoon, Bhante. Last week you showed us a model, which you said is your own model, whereby you show us the sense door, sense object, sense consciousness, the
You want to see?
contact.
You want to see, right?
Yeah, I want to understand with reference to that model. Am I correct to say that Javana?
Can you wait for a while?
Yeah.
Because better see our that model. Eh? This one?
No, the one that you said, tree meet becomes contact.
Sorry?
Then contact feeling arises. Then mental volition.
Oh, you mean, okay, let me see. This one?
Yes.
Okay.
So with reference to this model, can I understand where does Javana state start? Is it in mental activities?
Yeah, therefore we have a different, we cannot equate two models, you know. Abhidhamma model is mentioned Javana, right?
Uh-huh.
Here we are not using the word Javana.
Yeah.
Maybe Javana, maybe mental activities.
Okay.
So here, I'm consciousness, here I'm sensitivity, then visible form, I'm consciousness. I'm consciousness is Ahituka Cheta, right? One of the Ahituka Cheta.
Yeah.
Then, because of that, contact. Contact, maybe I think, contact, feeling, maybe it's a receiving, investigating, determining, maybe, right?
Okay.
Then the mind start to function, you know, mental activities. So this one is actually is my own model. I must say that. Actually here, according to the suttas, because of feeling, craving arise, you know. Craving is, you know, a type of mental activities, you know, sankhara, you know, sankhara. This is not what the Buddha taught. I'm trying to combine, you know. Instead of using craving, and we also have a positive one as well. Craving is negative one, right? Then based on feeling, mindfulness, right? Mindfulness, clear comprehension. Sometimes, even though we see attractive things, you know, with the ear, no craving, because of mindfulness, right? Based on mindfulness, you understand as they really are. Then, even though we eat extremely desirable food, when we are eating with the proper understanding, with the full of mindfulness, no craving, right? But the mind stay working, functioning. We can call it mental activities, you know, mental activities. Maybe javana, maybe mental activities, right? Mental activities. Sometimes we feel angry, sometimes we feel greedy, sometimes compassion, loving kindness, etc. You know? These are mental activities. In other words, we call it sankhara. So we cannot equate two methods, you know, together. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, actually I'm trying to understand whether all the ahetuka chittas happen before mental activities.
Sorry, can you repeat?
I'm trying to understand whether all the ahetuka chittas happen before these mental activities.
We can say so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can say so, yeah.
Thank you.
Good question, good point. Because up to feeling, there's no lobha, no dosa, no moha, you know. No alobha, no adosa, no amoha yet. No root yet. Up to feeling. So therefore, feeling is not an emotional one. Feeling just sensation, you know. Then, because of contact between I and the object, pleasant sensation, unpleasant sensation arise. Neutral sensation, right? Three types of sensation. But at that level, you know, no lobha, no dosa yet, you know. No other root yet. So that she is right, you know, up to feeling, we can call it ahituka, right? Maybe starting from unconsciousness, contact feeling, ahituka cheta. But according to Abhidhamma, contact feeling are cetasika. Chaitasika, not really Chaitas. Huh? Okay. Any question? No question, then let's continue to learn. Now let's talk about Kriya Chaita. We have 3 types of Kriya Chaitas in Ahituka Chaita. We call it Ahituka. Ahituka. We have Kriya Chaita with the root. So therefore we have Sahetuka Kriya Chaita, right? 2 types. So to distinguish from, to distinguish from Sahetuka Kriya Chaita, so the word rootless, Ahituka is added here, right? Added here. Maybe when Arahant see something or hear something, same thing, ear consciousness, receiving, investigating, and determining. After that, Javana. Javana level, Kriya, Kriya Chaita. Kriya Chaita. The moment Kriya Chaita arises, the Buddha and Arahant, they have a compassion, generosity, or wisdom, together with the root. But here, the moment 3 Ahituka Kriya Chaita arise, there's no root. So therefore, to distinguish from Sahetuka Kriya Chaita, we add Ahituka, right? Ahituka. Functional consciousness, Kriya Chaita, just that is function. So there's no karma formation or karmic power in it. So that means they do their function, they do their job, They do their job. Suppose I and somebody to see, Because of these 2, unconsciousness arise. Because of these 2, then the door open, The door open. 5 door adverting, right? 5 door adverting. Then while I'm in teaching, then I think something, The mind open. The door of the mind open. Mind door adverting. So these 5 door adverting and mind door adverting, they just do their job. They just do their function. So at that particular moment, no lobha, no dosa, no moha. No alava, adosa, amoha yet. No root, right? So therefore we call it Ahituka. They just do their function. At that particular moment, no root yet. No root yet. We call it Ahituka. So when you look at 3 types, you will understand it. So one is 5 sense door adverting consciousness. Here, simply we call it 5 door adverting, 5 door adverting. So here, Bhikkhu Bodhi, you add another one, 5 sense door. Another one is mind door, mind door. It can be divided into 2 words, pancha and dwara. Pancha means 5 doors. What are the 5 doors? Eye door, ear, nose, tongue, and body. These are the 5 physical doors, 5 sense doors. So based on those doors, then many consciousness, many chaita will follow, will enter, This is a figurative speech. Avachana means turning or adverting. So now you are listening to me, You are listening to me. Then suddenly there will be a bit noise, bit noise. Then your mind turn to that sound, That sound. Is it turning or adverting, right? Then while you are listening here, you maybe think about your family, in your mind. The mind turn to the family object, So that means turning or, adverting. Figuratively, we call it opening the door. Your mind opens the door. Because of that, then other consciousness will enter, will enter. Second one is mind door adverting consciousness, accompanied by equanimity. So this chaita does two functions, two jobs. Number one, determining the object. So therefore, determining consciousness. In the 5 physical sense doors, when you see, after seeing, after hearing, smelling, eating, then touching, so your mind determines what is it, what is the object you experience. So in the 5 physical sense doors, this chaita, mind door adverting consciousness, is called determining consciousness, determining function. Then in the mind door, turning the mind toward the object in the mind door. This is a turning, this is another function. Another we call it adverting function. So the mind turn to the object in the mind, Now you're listening to me, then you think about your family. Actually, in normal sense, you think about it, right? Very easy. But according to Abhidhamma, it's very complicated, So you have your bhavanga vibrate, shape, then arrest bhavanga, then mind door adverting, Then javana. Then when you think about your family, you may have anger, you may have greed, or you may have generosity, compassion, etc., These are javana. Then after that, retention or registration, tadaramana, like that. Abhidhamma, like that, mind process, right? Mind process. So therefore, mind door adverting consciousness do two functions. One, determining the object in the 5 physical doors. Then number 2, turning your mind toward the object in the mind door, So when you see determining consciousness in the mind process, you must know that it refers to these chaitas. It refers to this one, mind door adverting consciousness. So here, 5 door adverting consciousness, mind door adverting consciousness, 2, right? So actually here, 5 door adverting consciousness and mind door adverting consciousness, these two arises. So these two chaitas are only 2 kind of kriya chaita experienced by those who are not arahants. So normally, kriya chaita, these 2 kriya chaita can arise in the minds of everyone, Not only arahant, but also Buddhojana, Sotapanna, Sakaranagami, anyone. But we also have another 80 type of kriya chaita. So these 80 chaita are experienced only by the Buddha, Pachika Buddha, and Arahant. So according to Abhidhamma, we have 20 functional consciousness, kriya chaitas. Among them, only 2 kriya chaita can experience by anyone, by even Buddhojana. But the rest of the 80 kriya chaitas are experienced by only the Buddha, Pachika Buddha, and Arahant. This is very important one. Generally what we know is kriya chaita is experienced by the Buddha and Arahant, right? Buddha and Arahant. But there's 2 kriya chaita that we can experience. Like when we are seeing, 5 door adverting. When we are thinking something, mind door adverting, right? These 2 chaitas can arise in anyone. Another one is mind producing consciousness, accompanied by joy. When Arahant and the Buddha, after seeing somebody or something, after hearing something, they display a smile on their face. It doesn't mean because of they like it or they don't like it. No. There's the meaning to wear the smile in the face of the Buddha and Arahant, because they want to show people around them. So the Buddha want to say something. For that reason, whenever the Buddha smile, Venerable Ananda always asks the question, why the Buddha, why you are smiling? There must be the reason, The Buddha never smiled without a reason, without a reason. So for that reason, whenever the Buddha smile, then Venerable Ananda living nearby will ask the question, why the Buddha smile, So there are a lot of stories in Buddhist countries, like in Sri Lanka, in Myanmar, India. Then the Buddha visit a place, the Buddha display a smile. Why? And the Buddha said that in this place, one king will appear in the future, and he will be a great supporter of Buddhism. Buddhism will flourish in this area like that, So the Buddha displayed a smile in his face. Then Venerable Ananda asked the question like that. So in those times, smile producing consciousness. So the moment the Buddha smile, so there is no lobha dosa moha, no alobha adosa amoha. So we call it ahituka, right? Ahituka. But when we are smiling, sometimes we because of greed, right? Because of lobha we smile. When we are getting something what we want, right? We smile, like that. So they are the reason, The moment you smile with the lobha, sahituka, right? Sahituka, like that. Okay. These chetas causes the arahant. So that means disciple arahants, Pacheka Buddha and Buddha, to smile when they experience the object in 5 physical doors. It occurs only in the minds of arahant. In the minds of, when I talk about arahant, it refers to normal arahant, disciple arahant, Pacheka Buddha and the Buddha. Smile producing consciousness involves activity or action, yet this activity or smiling is not karmically determinate, since there is no ignorance and craving when arahant is smiling. Normally we smile because of ignorance, because of ignorance. Sometimes, some people smile looking at somebody, right? Then because of, ignorance, maybe craving. So thus, it is not capable of producing karmic result. So therefore, it is one of the functional consciousness or kriya cheta. According to Abhidhamma, arahants may smile with one of the 5 chetas. Number 1, smile producing. Another 4, we call it 4 beautiful sense sphere functional consciousness. Arahant also smile by using other 4 consciousness, right? 4 consciousness. So therefore, we have a 3 ahituka kriya cheta, 5 sense door adverting consciousness, accompanied by equanimity, mind door adverting consciousness, accompanied by equanimity, smile producing consciousness, accompanied by joy. Pancha dwara vochana, mano dwara vochana, and hasitopa. Altogether 3. Okay, you have any question? Okay, no question. I think it's clear for you, I hope. I hope. We have 80 Ahituka Chetas. So now earlier when we trying to divide into 3 categories, right? And Akusala Vipaka, 7 Akusala Vipaka Cheta, 8 Ahituka Kusala Vipaka Cheta, and 3 Ahituka Kriya Cheta. Now we are trying to classify in different way. But this one, we will have a 10 Dripancha Vijnana, or 2 set of 5-fold consciousness. 2 set of 5-fold consciousness means we have a 2 set of eye consciousness, right? Eye consciousness when you see pleasant things. Eye consciousness when you see unpleasant things, right? 2. Similarly, 2 type of ear consciousness. 2 type of nose consciousness. 2 type of tongue consciousness, body consciousness. Altogether, 10. 2 set of 5-fold consciousness. Another one is 3 type of investigating consciousness. 3 investigating chetas, and 2 receiving chetas, and 2 advaring chetas. Yeah, advaring cheta means 5 door advaring consciousness and mind door advaring consciousness. And the last one is 1 mind producing chetas. Altogether 80. So this is another way to classify 80 I2. Then look at page number 43. When you see this one, it's very easy, I think. Easy. You can see the number behind here. You can see the number behind. It is the counting 89 chetas. Earlier we already finished 12 akusala cheta, right? 12 akusala. So therefore here we will start 30, 30, 40, 50 like that. So here we have a 7 wholesome resultant chetas, 7 akusala vipaka cheta. So feeling, most of them are accompanied by equanimity. Only 1 pain feeling, right? Only 1 pain feeling. With the regard to body consciousness, right? Body consciousness. So the rest are equanimity feeling. So unwholesome resultant, accompanied by equanimity, unconsciousness. Then ear, nose, tongue, body, receiving consciousness, investigating consciousness. Very easy, right? Very easy. So if you know mind process, easier. So I think you need to know mind process. Page number 155. If you know it, then very easy, If you study chapter 3 also, very easy. So later, when we talk about chapter 3, I also highlight the importance of mind process. Then when we talk about wholesome resultant, ahituka kusala vipaka cheta. We have 8 ahituka kusala vipaka cheta. When we talk about body consciousness, pleasant, right? Pleasure, accompanied by pleasure. Because when you are experiencing pleasant tangible object or extremely pleasant tangible object with your body, then pleasant sensation, right? Pleasure. Then investigating consciousness accompanied by joy. So the rest, equanimity, right? Equanimity. So 3 type of functional consciousness, 2 accompanied by equanimity, 1 joy, smile producing. 2 equanimity, here 5 door adverting, mind door adverting. Altogether 80. So when you look at this one, very easy, very easy. So here, here you can see that most of them are equanimity feeling, right? Upekha. So we will have pain feeling, 1 pain feeling, 1 pleasure feeling, and 2 joy feeling here. 1 here, joy feeling accompanied by, investigating consciousness accompanied by joy. Here, Mind producing accompanied by joy. 1 pain feeling, 1 pleasure feeling, 2 joy feeling. So the rest of the 40 are equanimity feeling, right? Equanimity feeling. You have to know that. 80 are Hituka Chetas, by way of feeling. In Pali, we call it Vedana Bheda, 2 Somanasa Vedana, and 40 Ubekha Vedana, 1 Dukkha, 1 Sukha. Altogether, 80. Is it easy? Oh? Shaking your hand. It's not easy. Huh? I mean, if you just look at page number 43, right? The other, this one, then very easy, What you have to remember is only pain feeling. Where is pain feeling, right? With the body consciousness. Pleasure feeling, body consciousness. 2 type of joy feeling, somanasa. Investigating, 1 mind producing. The rest, equanimity, upekha. Easy, right? Isn't it? So therefore, this will be the last slide. Don't worry, I will not. Because some are preparing to go back. Because I need to go this one, because this will be the last slide. Ownership for karma. Very important one. This is because many people say that Abhidhamma is drawing subject, But if you combine some of the teaching from the suttas, it became wet. There's no more drying, right? No more drying. Ownership of karma. If we fully understand and accept the nature of 80 rootless chetas, Ayatuka chetas, we will have the right view of, or the right understanding of, the ownership of karma. Karma sakata samadeti. So I will quote one sutta from Agata Pativinya Sutta from Anguttara Nikaya. So in that sutta, the Buddha talk about the ownership of karma. I am the owner of my karma. I will be the heir of whatever karma, good or bad, that I do. This is trying to reflection the ownership of karma. So if we know these result in our life arises because of our own karma. So there's no way to blame other people, right? To blame yourself. Just understand the ownership of karma. So therefore, in the Noble Eightfold Path, the sequence is like this. The Noble Eightfold Path with the right view or right understanding, right? If you understand theory of karma or the ownership of karma, if you understand 80 Ahituka Cheta very well, that is samadhi, right? Samadhi. Then your intention also will be good. Your attitude will be good. Your thought will be good. No blaming other people. No blaming yourself, right? Then if your intention is good, if you are thinking, if your attitude is good, what you said, your action, your speech will be good, right? Your speech, your action will be good. Samma vacha, samma kammanta. Then here, etc. So I will not elaborate in details. So therefore, having right view or right understanding is very important. Then only you will have a right attitude in your life. If you have a right attitude, then your action, your speech will be good. If your action, your speech is good in your life, then you will have a kusala vipaka cetas again, You will see good things, hear good things, etc., right? So therefore, right view comes first, right? The ownership of karma, understanding the ownership of karma. In other words, understanding 80 agriculture is important in our life, right? Then only you will have a good attitude. Then after that, you have a right speech and right action. Then you will right sake, good things will come in your life. Okay, that's all. So let's call it a day. Thank you. Yo vara tambavaro manu jesu sakyamuni bhagavakata gecho paragato balaviriya samangi dan sukatan saranatamu pemi ragawi ragamaninjamasokan Dhamma masangata patikulan Maruda mimam pagunan suwipatan Dhamma mimam saranatamu pemi Yatacha de namaha palamahu Chatusu susisu purisa yugesu Attacha pogala dhammadasate Sangami mansaranata mupemi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so